The sun, a blazing ball of plasma, a nuclear furnace in the sky. It's easy to forget in our day-to-day lives that this giant star is the reason we exist. It's the engine driving our weather, the source of our energy, the anchor of our solar system. Without the sun, Earth would be a barren, frozen wasteland. But what if for just one day our star took a break? What if for a full 24 hours the sun simply switched off? It seems like the plot of a disaster movie, a fantastical what-if scenario, but the reality, as we'll see, is both fascinating and terrifying. The consequences of such an event would be immediate and drastic, impacting every corner of our planet and every aspect of our lives. There's a reason, after all, why ancient civilizations worshipped the sun. It's not just a source of light and warmth, it's the lifeblood of our planet. Let's delve into this thought experiment and see what a day without the sun would truly mean for Earth and its inhabitants. The first thing we'd notice is the darkness. Sunlight takes roughly 8 minutes to reach Earth. So 8 minutes after the sun switched off, our world would be plunged into an eerie, planet-wide night. Temperatures would begin to drop immediately. Without the sun's energy constantly bombarding our planet, the Earth would start radiating heat back into the cold vacuum of space. The change wouldn't be as drastic as you might imagine at first. After all, we're talking about a 24-hour period, but the chill would be undeniable. Imagine a global sunset. The sky, usually a brilliant blue, would darken to a deep twilight, stars becoming visible even in the middle of the day. This sudden absence of light wouldn't just be disorienting, it would have profound effects on nature. Plants reliant on sunlight for photosynthesis would immediately begin to struggle. While larger trees might weather a 24-hour period of darkness, smaller plants and crops would be severely affected. The food chain would feel the impact, as herbivores reliant on these plants would find their food sources dwindling. Animals, too, would feel the effects of the sun's absence. Diurnal animals, accustomed to a cycle of day and night, would be thrown into disarray. Nocturnal animals might fare slightly better, but the sudden drop in temperature would impact them as well. Humans, ever resourceful, would undoubtedly find ways to cope in the short term. We'd rely on artificial light and heat sources, tapping into our reserves of energy. But the experience would be a stark reminder of just how vulnerable we are to the forces of nature, of how dependent we are on our star. After 24 long, cold, dark hours, the sun would, of course, switch back on. Life on Earth would slowly begin to recover. But the experience would leave an indelible mark, a reminder of the delicate balance that makes our planet habitable. The long-term impacts of such an event are difficult to predict. Would there be mass extinctions? Would the delicate balance of our ecosystems be irrevocably disrupted? These are questions that scientists would grapple with for years to come. But amidst the uncertainty, one thing would be clear: our reliance on the sun is absolute. This experience, however terrifying, might just be the wake-up call we need to invest in alternative energy sources to protect our planet and its delicate web of life. Because while a day without the sun is survivable, a future without its warmth and light is a future we don't want to contemplate.